And we're back in the attic. Without Charlie again.
This is the NPR version without Charlie.
Yeah, that's
the
right.
Podcast.
Welcome to Fresh Air.
You guys know that voice? That's Peter Finkelstein.
Otherwise known as Lifetime Guest Tim Sandy. Come
Hey-o.
on now.
What do we have for him, Johnny?
Danny Mon's also here too. It's
God.
a pleasure. It's a pleasure as always to be on
That
this
Danny
episode.
Mon is here. No Charlie, though. You guys upset? No
Which
Charlie.
is also a pleasure.
Write us a comment if you missed Charlie.
I think Charlie might be around for our 50th episode, maybe. Probably not.
Probably. What is 48?
Why, what are we on right now?
48, so he has to skip next
Holy
week.
cannoli. I can't believe we made almost 50 of these.
Yeah,
I
and
know.
we still have...
And we've actually
No,
lost viewership. I like the hype when it was new. We had a lot of viewers when it was new.
Yeah, it's because everyone's like, oh, what is this? I'm
Let's
never
check
listening
this
to
out.
that again.
Okay, that was interesting.
To all those people, I say, come back. We've got.
I don't think they're saying that was interesting.
Now they say, oh, look at those guys. They're doing radio on the internet.
Good for them.
What's
Good for them.
They're doing something they enjoy.
something special?
They're the only people who enjoy it.
Ew.
Hey,
Keep doing that a lot.
So I heard you guys went to a party on Friday night.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, Sandy called. I wouldn't call it a party. I would call it a gathering.
A gathering.
of friendly
Yeah.
folk.
I heard. How was it?
Sandy called my brother at 1:30 in the morning to
You
talk
did?
about Minecraft.
I was curious.
What did you learn?
I learned.
That my brother doesn't answer the phone at 1:30 in the morning. That's
Oh, he
what
didn't
learned.
answer?
Apparently.
Nikki's a smart one.
He never got back to me. I'm still
It'd
waiting.
probably be an interesting talk to Tim Sandy drunk about Minecraft.
Hey, who says I was drunk?
It's pretty obvious to me.
Sandy's a baby's father over here.
Yeah, that's
I'm
even
a
more.
father.
That's even more reason he would be drunk.
As soon as you get a kid, that's when you get drunk.
Yeah.
Start hanging out at Chili's all hours of the night.
Grow a beard, maybe.
Grow a beard and shave it off.
Grow a beard and shave it up.
Change your name and then change it back.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
All right. So,
Wait, I wasn't done talking about the party. So, Danny, how'd you enjoy it?
I went to sleep.
You did?
You went to
Would you?
sleep.
Did you pass out there?
No, I didn't pass out. I stayed over.
Oh. All right.
Let's talk about Game of Thrones. Go.
All right, yeah. On tonight's episode of the Attic Podcast, we are talking about the penultimate episode of Season 2 of Game of Thrones, titled Blackwater, directed by
This was the last.
filmmaker Neil Marshall. No, it's the second to last one. Penultimate means
yeah.
second to last.
Hey, I knew that.
Hey. Oh.
What else did that guy?
Neil Marshall is also the director of The Descent, which anyone's seen.
I like
Pretty
that
good
movie.
Claustrophobic horror movie. Also
Yeah.
Dog Soldiers, which is about vampire, like Nazi soldiers.
That doesn't sound
no,
too great.
werewolf Nazi soldiers is pretty awesome. He did-
Werewolf Nazi soldiers?
Is that like a retro
Seems like
style?
That's an
theme?
interesting
No,
theme
it's-
for a
it's
movie.
pretty good violent action. No, not action. Military type.
Really?
It's good. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
good? When
Yeah.
did it come out?
90s. No, 2000s. 2000s.
What's the name of it?
Dog Soldiers.
Because they're wolves and they're soldiers.
Sounds stupid.
No, you're stupid. He also directed
does.
Doomsday, which is
Thank
a pretty entertaining movie.
Doomsday?
Yeah.
Mm.
I think I
See.
saw it.
It's the apocalypse
Sounds
in
familiar.
England, and then there's like people fighting. They like wall off England.
Oh.
And then he also did The Centurion recently with Michael Fassbender, who everyone loves.
Ooh, I love me and Michael Fassbender.
Me some Michael Fassboner. Ha ha ha.
Are you gay?
No, that's just a joke people make. Oh God. Hey, you guys. All right. No,
My throat hurts.
you sound it.
Yeah.
You sound beat up.
You do sound
You
like
sound like
Sorry.
someone
today.
grabbed your vocal cords and just
Yeah, I don't know.
twisted.
I don't know why, because like yesterday I just had a sore throat, but then I woke up all raspy today.
Do you have allergies? You see how much
No.
pollen is out
Yeah,
there?
yeah,
oh
yeah.
my god!
I haven't
Every
been-
car on the road is just doused
I
in
know, I
green
know.
shit.
I'm like, where did all this come from? It's like overnight.
My
Oh.
car's yellow.
It used to be black.
He just drives a yellow car. But I don't know, because like I wasn't yelling yesterday or anything.
Did you have some tea, maybe?
No.
I mean, you should.
Did you have
Not-
Tea causes the raspiness.
No, I mean tea would fix.
No, I didn't have any tea. I did gargle in the shower though.
Did you? That sounds like.
That's
very
weird. You
sexual.
take your mouthwash in there.
No, I
With you?
just used the regular water.
Oh,
coming at me.
oh,
That
I don't know. I was told to do it. Didn't notice the difference, so I gave up.
That's
rather
probably
quickly.
why all that rust in there probably cut up your throat.
Yeah,
That's plenty of
cutting
water.
up the throat.
Yep.
Nuts and that stuff.
I don't know.
All right. Yeah. So then we'll talk a little about Young Justice, which Kimball caught up on.
Yep, Danny fell asleep during it. Call him a comic book fan.
That's how entertaining that show is.
I know. I fell asleep during one episode too. I had to read. All right, I'll tell you that story later.
And then
Hang on for it because it's a good one.
Cliffhanger.
I doubt that. And then you two played some Max Payne, so we're gonna get into that.
Yeah. Something interesting. Max Payne 3.
Payne.
The third one, yeah.
We didn't play the first one.
Back.
I bought some games on my iPad. Had some good sales.
Oh, wow.
Oh, really? Did you buy any comics?
No comics.
I feel like All-Star Squadron would be like really cheap this week.
All-Star Squadron?
Squadron? Yeah.
Squadron.
Or the
Is that
Losers.
a real word? Squadron?
Yeah, Squadron.
Rogue
You don't know?
Squadron on the
Like a squadron
on the,
of people.
GameCube.
What?
Rogue Squadron on the GameCube.
No,
Well,
I never
that
owned a
N64.
GameCube.
Oh yeah, they did a GameCube one too.
I never
The
owned a
GameCube one was good,
GameCube.
or an N64.
No, didn't own that either. I didn't care for Nintendo much other than the handheld.
Nintendo.
Yeah.
It's no good anymore.
I was all up in the
You're
handhelds.
kind of wrong on that account.
What do they do right now? That's
The Mario games are always good.
Not always.
Yeah, name me a bad Mario game.
Paper Mario.
Get out of town. People love Paper Mario.
I don't know. I never played it.
Luigi's Mansion wasn't that great.
Yeah,
No.
it was a pretty good game, man. People love that game. They're
What
making a
about
sequel.
Luigi inside Bowser's Mansion?
Bowser's Inside Story?
Yeah.
Mario and Luigi?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a classic, man.
Classic. Was
Yeah.
that on a console or is that just
No,
handheld?
it's just handheld.
What
now.
about
They're
that
supposed to make
stupid Yoshi game on the
They're supposed to
SNES?
make a second one of
Yeah,
that.
that doesn't count.
They were supposed to
That
make
counts.
a second one of that.
Yeah, I think they're working on it.
Still, they're so slow at making games.
No, not really. They
You don't
just,
think so?
You know, they it's not it's not like they have 30 teams over there working on games. Like
Why?
they
How
got
many teams do
They
they
got a
got?
couple.
I'm sure Nintendo has quite a few people.
Yeah, but they probably got as much as 38 studios used to have.
38
Uh,
38 Studios
sure.
had a huge team though.
Yeah, they had 400 people working.
No,
there.
it wasn't 400.
Yeah, it
now
was.
they're all laid off.
Yes, it was.
I read an article. It was 343.
343, not 400. Oh wow, I'm sorry.
Well, it's not 400.
Did that include Big Huge Games in Maryland?
I think so.
I don't think so.
Why? I'm sure Big Huge Games have more than 60 people.
So Rhode Island, why did Rhode Island invest in a video game company? Why?
they thought it was a good
Because
idea.
They'd get a lot of good paying jobs there.
Yeah.
I mean, potentially, if the Copernicus, their MMO launched, that would have had a
That's a
sustainable
bad name
amount.
too.
That was the code name. That
Oh, it
was what
was?
I was gonna launch with. They actually released a trailer of like showing like the world and stuff, and it looks really nice. But I mean, it's an
I don't
MMO.
know.
You think
I
it'll
don't
get
take your
sold?
word for anything.
Do you
dude.
think it'll get sold off to someone else?
Oh yeah, they'll sell it piecemeal off to somebody.
Who do you think will buy it?
I don't know. I mean, nobody really.
No one.
Somebody will.
Nobody?
I
They'll
don't
sell
know.
it, but nobody will buy it.
Activision might buy it, maybe.
Really?
Use some of the
I mean,
assets for like
They have someone like that.
Warcraft or whatever.
I mean, that guy who it was the same guy who wrote the story for Reckoning, right? It was like more or less an MMO of Reckoning, wasn't it?
Well, Reckoning was actually a completely separate game.
But it was the,
before 38 Studios bought them, and then they morphed it into the same world as the Copernicus MMO.
right.
But it was all Ari Salvatore, the author of like
Yeah.
Forgotten Realms and all that stuff. He was like the in charge of the lore and stuff.
But I heard like he wrote like 200 years of fucking story
yeah.
for it.
Well, just because he did that doesn't mean he wrote like actual stories for it. It's like, and in this year this empire fell, and this year this empire fell.
That's
It's
all.
not
That's all it does. You
it's
can
not-
just blow.
yeah.
You can. I banged out 50 years this afternoon.
Yeah.
This empire fell. All right, next year.
I'm sure in
Is
certain,
that all that happened?
I'm sure in certain time periods there's different things with different factions fighting and stuff. But I mean,
Christ, I could write 200 years then.
I'm
Let's
sure
do it right now.
No, right
I'm
now,
sure he
I'm pulling
must
up
have-
pages.
Live on
he
the
must
air.
have wrote at least 500 pages of just like story Bible stuff. I think something
Yeah.
around that much.
Yeah, but it's just
so
like
he wrote a lot. But
it just seems to be a shame, like because I mean I loved Reckoning. You liked it.
yeah, I like Reckoning.
I just think it's.
Love it.
I did.
No,
I didn't.
I didn't love
I
it.
loved it.
Did you beat it yet?
No. I don't have time. But I did. That's the most RPG I've ever played.
It's a
though.
sad life. You don't have time for the things you love.
I know that is the most RPG I've ever played though.
Well,
which is not saying much.
Hey.
But-
what? Didn't you play a bit of Oblivion or?
What, Skyrim?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Skyrim. Sorry.
I played it.
I put more time into Oblivion, so that's where my.
You mean Skyrim?
No, I put more time into Oblivion,
Oh,
so
before.
Previous
where,
one.
That's where my my thought process is on that.
Yeah, I mean, I put way more time into Reckoning.
No, yeah.
But I loved it. I just think it's such a shame to throw all that away.
Well, I mean, they'll definitely sell the rights to like the universe and stuff because I mean, Reckoning sold what 1.4 million or something like that.
Yeah, but did you hear that they had to sell 3 million?
To break even.
That's crazy.
Well, because I mean, the studio was working on it before, and they invested tons of money into it before then. So then they sort of had to pay back the investors on that initial game,
Yeah.
and then they had to pay other things, and then the MMO was just a huge money sink.
I don't know. I mean, I know MMOs in the US don't do well.
No, they do fine. It's just it costs so
Yeah,
much.
nobody's gonna pay a monthly fee.
But
either.
why-
I mean,
why-
who
No,
wants
what
to
are you
do
talking about? No one's gonna pay. WoW sold 12
Yeah,
million copies and had
wow.
12 million
that?
subscribers.
Just because there's one that blows up, there's so many out there though that don't make it.
I just don't.
know,
see, I
'cause
just don't.
everyone's
See,
playing WoW.
I just don't see an appeal to like making an MMO in this market right now.
No, an MMO can work. You just can't make it WoW like. It needs to be different. It needs to be also cheaper to make. You can't like.
Yeah, but I mean, even Star Wars isn't doing good.
Yeah, because Star Wars went the WoW route and they went really
Nah, I don't.
designing an intense world. But like Star Trek and DCO are making money now.
Yeah, but Star Trek now started to once they went free to play.
Yeah, but they didn't design it as intricate as like how WoW works. You know, it's much easier to pick up and play.
So when it's
Yeah.
free to play, how do they get money for the servers?
Microtransaction.
Yeah, like my brother spent like $200 on buying ships for Star Trek.
Oh, really?
That's the
Yeah.
same way that League of Legends works. It's all League of Legends is free to play. You can go in there and just play and just buy upgrades for your characters and stuff. So it gives you a way to like level up your character. So say you don't want to just like what's that called when you're just
Grind.
Yeah, you don't want to grind through the first 5 levels. You just buy up to level 10 and you can start there and have like a mount and stuff.
Wow.
I mean, you can go through without spending any money, but it's not like the same experience.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they don't give you as many like options of how you can
Yeah.
customize your character and stuff.
But it's not like, I feel like, even if the game's free to play, I'm playing it, enjoying it. I don't mind giving them some money.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But that's how I feel. Well, there's tons and tons of people out there. Sure, will never give those people a dime who play it.
Yeah, but I mean, you need an installed base to play those MMOs. Because if it's just like 5 guys in an MMO, like nobody's gonna be like, oh, I want to play this game with these guys, because nobody cares about these 5
I
guys.
worked for a burger company. 5 guys.
Oh, no, but like WoW. So WoW
Wow.
had like 11 million people, and everyone's like, "Oh, what's this WoW game? I want to check it out." And
Yeah,
then they
yeah.
get on with their friends, and they end up just wasting like a month of their life.
Hey,
They never
I played
shower
WoW,
anymore.
All right.
Did you
And-
play it?
Yeah. And then I died, and I was a ghost, and then I couldn't find. You have to go find your dead body or something. It's
Well,
stupid.
if you want your stuff back, you have to find your dead body, or you can just like instantly respawn.
I don't care. It was dumb.
No, WoW was fun. I put at least a day and a half in a WoW.
Oh, wow.
Why'd you stop playing?
Day and a half. Damn.
I needed to. It was taking over my life.
Who was? Were
No,
you
not
t-
really. It
What
was
is
just-
it? A day and a half straight? Like,
No, yeah, I played I think 8 hours one day,
Wow.
and then I was like, I need to stop.
You sad man.
And it came to
But were
like
you drawn into it?
yeah until I got to level 17 where you had to do quests with other people, and I was like, I don't want to hang out with other people. I just want to walk
But
around this
I
map.
heard like there's ways around doing those quests.
What do you mean?
Would that like require other people? Because like I talked to the guy at my work who's a big WoW guy, and he says he does them all by himself.
Yeah, I'm
Does he listen to
suppose
our
you could do them by
podcast?
yourself.
No, he's not
No.
that big of a nerd. He doesn't even. He didn't. He's one of those people who I had to explain what a podcast was.
He's one of
Oh,
those people that just
sweet
plays
Jesus.
WoW, and
That's all he
it.
does is play
Yeah.
WoW, and he in Skyrim. He got
Yeah.
Skyrim.
Yeah, he's got nerd potential in there.
That's all he plays though. And
Yeah,
he's like
WoW's the gateway drug.
his laptop like barely plays it too.
Just chugging.
Yeah.
I want to be a PC gamer
10
so
frames
bad.
per
I wish it
second.
wasn't. I wish it wasn't so expensive.
It's not that bad.
You just invest
it's just like
$600 initially.
Yeah, and then
it'll
it's
be
in a
good.
couple of years, it's like worthless.
Yeah, no.
No.
There's tons of games out there.
Yeah. It's not really worth. I mean, you can.
I could play WoW on my laptop, man.
Yeah, I mean that thing's pretty old. How old is that?
My laptop?
Yeah. He's got like me on that.
What do you
thing.
get? Me.
Operating system jokes.
What do you have to crank down the graphics on that?
Yeah,
thing, though?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
Yeah, a
like-
little bit. You know, it's a very foggy game.
I wouldn't. I mean, if you want to,
Fog of War.
definitely don't play on laptops. Are the worst thing for
Yeah.
gaming.
No, they have some cool PC games.
No, it's because you can't. They're not upgradable. Like if Sandy wants to become a PC gamer, he plays for a couple of years. Say like, hey, I want to upgrade my graphics chip. You don't have to buy a whole new machine. You have to.
Yeah, but yeah, I come from the console gamer perspective where it's just like, just buy a new one.
What, a new laptop?
No, new
No,
computer.
new computer.
Oh,
New
yeah.
computer.
That's not a good way. I mean, plus
Motherboard. Who needs one of those? Just give me the whole computer.
Yeah, I mean, plus two. It's easy. You're gonna have a bigger screen on a PC and stuff.
What?
Instead of a laptop, typically you have a.
Oh,
I can
you're talking
upgrade,
about
upgrade your
Yeah.
monitor.
Yeah,
I thought you were talking console
No,
computer
no,
as
no,
opposed
no.
to laptop.
No,
computer.
I'm still talking PC. 600's a little cheap though, if you ask me.
Like a
I'm
decent
sorry
PC.
we don't all go nuts like you. and
I'm not
just like,
saying
I
nuts.
need top of the line.
No, I'm not saying nuts. Like I'm 600.
Hey, you get what you pay for.
Yeah,
Yeah, 600 will get you a mid-level, not mid-level, low
I would
level.
just do 800 and you get a pretty decent machine for 800.
It's so much money, and then I gotta figure out how to set up the OS and all.
What are you
install
talking
it.
about?
It
They
comes
got
with
rid
all
of-
that stuff.
They
now?
got
I
rid
don't
of
know
they got
what
rid of
the-
a lot of that. It's a lot easier now.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's for the layman.
that's
just
good.
make sure your drivers install. No.
Yeah, I had to install drivers and like,
if you go through Steam though, it's a lot easier.
it's very confusing for me to break into, But I do. There's a lot of things coming out that I want to get. They're making a new Sim City that I want to get.
Yeah, I
That
heard good
was
things.
really
Yeah, I want to play that too.
Yeah.
Diablo
Did you hear
just
about
came out.
Diablo?
Too.
Yeah, I was thinking about.
Tropico, I like that game. I like a
not
lot of
gonna-
like.
You could play
different-
Tropico on a pretty simple computer.
Yeah, that's not that graphically
Yeah,
intense.
no,
'Cause I play Civ 5 on
It's
my
pretty
PC.
nice looking actually now. It's not like the old ones. It's
No, but it's like as good as Civ 5, which I play on my
Mm.
laptop,
yeah.
which is awesome.
Civ 5. All right, so let's get into some Game of Thrones. Blackwater.
How do we get lost? Oh, we were talking about Neil Marshall, and then
Yeah,
I
that was
made
that was a
joke
hell of a
about the Idiot
tangent.
Studio. Don't worry, we don't have a lot to talk about this episode besides that Max Payne.
I mean, I'm really bummed out though about 38 Studios.
Yeah, well, just because it's just poor management. That's the problem. They didn't have experienced managers on that.
I just
team.
think it's sad that all the blame's going on Kurt Schilling's shoulders, and I don't think it was all his blame.
He started the company. He was the one who
Yeah, but he-
mismanaged funds.
There was like CEOs and stuff below him, a COO and shit.
Well, some people had to know it was coming. I mean,
all the
how much money were they bringing in? A bunch of people from other game companies, like spending top dollar, bringing people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were
in,
hiring
like-
a lot of high-profile people. It's
And, like-
mostly the biggest high-profile guys they had was like Bob Salvatore was like story consultant, and actually his son worked for the company too. But and then Todd McFarlane was like part of the art team and stuff on character
Do
design.
you guys know
so.
Schilling lives in Medfield?
Yeah, I drive by his house all the time.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
It's right
was-
on 27.
Yeah, I didn't know that was. The guy at work told me it was.
But that was their problem. They started too big. You can't just start with a IP that no one knows. You're never going to get investors to invest in an unknown IP within.
Well, they got Rhode Island and invest.
Yeah, they did because Rhode Island didn't truly understand what
Yeah,
an MMO
I know. That's
was.
what I'm saying. What is Rhode Island doing investing in this company? Like, game company is kind of like it's a risky business. Like,
No,
kinda.
it's not really that risky. It's
I
just,
say it's risky.
it's
for a big company starting out.
It's a hugely competitive field, yes, but I mean, if the people they had there were big name people, so it wasn't that risky. It was just that it was an MMO. MMOs, yeah, like all right, so you've got the regular console industry, like it's really competitive, and then you add MMOs, and it's almost like even worse.
Yeah.
Like it's 10 times worse to get an MMO started up. But like, I mean, it was just like a company. I mean, there's other companies around New England area, like Irrational Games is a New England based company and stuff. But they actually
Rockstar.
they have a
Rockstar
track
has a
company.
studio here.
Do they?
Yeah, they made the one year made Max Payne.
I cannot wait for the new Grand Theft Auto. Oh my god! it
Oh,
looks
that's
so
what I bought on
fucking
my
good.
iPad. They had a sale on Grand Theft Auto 3.
Oh really?
That's
Yeah.
cool. That's
a
not
good
the
game.
new one though.
No.
Yeah,
But
no.
it was going for $10. I paid $2 for
That's
it.
a good one to actually have on the iPad.
And Chinatown Wars is on there.
Yeah.
I paid $1 for that.
Wow.
I know. I don't know why. I own it on the DS, but I bought it again.
You just like buying things.
No, I have my iPad on me way more than my DS.
Really? Your iPad's like huge.
But it can do a lot more than the DS
What are you
can.
talking about? You can surf the
Hey,
internet.
I use the web on the
I
DS all the
know.
time.
You
I
can't
know.
use your flash on your iPad, so what's the point anyways?
Sure you can. I downloaded the Windows 8 app.
There's a Windows 8 app.
Yeah.
There's a Windows 8 too.
Yeah, it's like a beta test for the app.
Oh, all right.
Hmm.
Because 7 just came out last year.
Yeah.
I haven't heard a lot about 8.
You haven't? It's
No.
the tiles, man. It's the tiles.
The tiles, that's what everyone's talking about.
Yeah. You want to talk rumors on iPhone real quick?
Not really.
No?
I don't care
could.
about mobile gaming at all, but sure, you can bore me.
No, I'm
with
just
the
talking phone
details.
tech on this one.
This is all phone tech.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just
well,
they're making a bigger screen
Tech
on it.
talk segment.
Tech Talk segment.
That's all I got though, is they're just making a bigger screen.
That was it.
That's it. That's all I heard.
Bigger screen.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know how on the iPhone, like the size of the regular, the apps
Yeah.
on the home, that's how much bigger it's going to be about. So you can
Oh.
have one more row if you want it. Or depending on whatever they do with it. All right. Danny's bored. Game of Thrones, Blackwater. What'd you
Yeah.
think? A lot of shit happened.
It was a very violent
Tons.
episode. It felt like a TV movie too, which was nice. But also, one problem I could say is they did a great job with sort of trying to hide their lack of budget, but it definitely was noticeable in parts. There was like almost like they blacked out backgrounds and stuff and just made it seem darker than what it was.
What do you mean at one point? Like when the guys are running in and stuff?
Yeah, like when it's right in the initial charge of the gate and stuff, and you can just tell that it's shot in a certain way to obscure like the background where all these ships are supposed to be on fire.
Yeah.
And also when it's like one ship that they actually do, and then you can see 3 or 4 CGI ones like in the fog behind them.
Right.
But they did a really good job of
Well, that's
just
because they spent the whole budget on the wildfire.
and like the one ship that they actually built. They built one ship.
They did?
for that. Yeah. So
They did have a lot of scenes with on the boat.
yeah. Well, they did a really good job of like setting it up. Like it's only an hour long, but it feels so much longer.
It does.
'cause
It does feel long.
The setup to it is just like so gradual. It's like we're building up to this. We're building up to this because they had the scene in the drinking hall where everyone's drinking and singing before the battle and stuff.
Some guy probably throws up on his shirt.
No, they did. They did have there's one of the ships that was coming into shore. Well, coming to land that was with the Stannis people. So everyone's just like kind of huddled there. You know that thing of people just like storming the beaches, and they're all just like hunched over and coughing, and some guy pukes and he goes over to the barrel.
yeah,
He
yeah.
pukes in the barrel, and
Yeah,
then
I
the
was
barrel's
like-
already overflowed with puke, and the puke comes out of that
Gross.
barrel.
Yeah, it was pretty
Yeah.
gross.
There was a lot of violence in this one too.
Yeah, graphic, very graphic.
Like people's heads just get cut off, and you can just see the blood just left of their stump. And there was also a couple of good ones where people dropped like stones from the walls, and it just slammed on people's heads.
that
Smushed.
was pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Sounds
So-
gross.
They didn't show a lot of people. Didn't when you see Arya in this?
Yeah, we didn't see anyone
didn't
that
see
was not
Dany, we didn't
involved
see
in the
Rob.
siege.
Yep. It's interesting. Do you think we're gonna see all? I mean, from the trailer for next week, it looks like we're gonna see all of them.
Oh yeah, it's the finale, so we need to.
Is it
we
2
need to-
hours?
No, it's an hour.
So was it really good though?
Yes.
Yeah, it
good
was. It was a good episode.
Would you say it's as good as like Two Towers when they attack?
No, it's not, because I mean the
different.
comparison isn't applicable to an extent because just from budget considerations and also time considerations too. But it echoes a lot of the Two Towers stuff, but it also it does it in a different way with like different characters, like how they feel about certain things. It's darker than the Two Towers in certain things, because there's one character, the queen Cersei, she's like with her kid, and she's about to like They think the battle's lost, so they're about to just like off themselves and take like.
I don't think
drugs and
Cersei was
die.
gonna. I think she was just gonna give it to her son.
Yeah, well, maybe.
I think so, 100%.
I think she'd get raped pretty bad.
Who, she would?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone would get raped. There's a lot of talk of
Yeah.
they're coming through the door. We're all gonna get raped.
There was a lot of talking, but Cersei's a pretty tough bitch.
Was that a conversation?
It really was.
Yeah, that was like she's like getting drunk, the queen, and she's like, they're gonna rape us all. We're never gonna win. And then like
Maybe she meant figuratively.
Nah.
no, they literally when they're sacking the city, they were gonna rape everyone.
They're gonna fuck some shit up.
How do you? I don't know. That would be probably after the
Oh,
ransack.
yeah,
though.
yeah, right after.
That would be that would be during the ransack.
during. Like
yeah.
think
people are
so?
fighting and someone just starts raping.
Oh yeah, that's
Really?
happened before. Yeah,
That seems like
Happened
reckless.
before and what?
in sackings of cities, like people get raped just during the battle. Like they won't do it in the middle of like where the main charge is,
Okay,
but
alright.
like once they push people back, like some people like came back. Hey, here's some buttes over here. Let's rape them.
Some hairy buttes.
I said some buttes over here. I didn't say hairy buttes.
Hey, it's medieval
gross.
times, you know.
They were talking about their craws.
Yeah. But yeah, it was actually an episode, Sandy, you could have watched having like no concept of really who people were, and you would have sort of understood it.
Yeah, I
Pretty
feel
well.
like it's just like basic like these people are sieging the castle. And these
Yeah, but like
people,
the whole siege was like, it was only like, it happened like with 20 minutes like left in the episode. It was pretty late.
What, the big siege where
Yeah.
they finally did
Yeah.
the final push?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, it seemed like it ended really quick because there was
they kind of squished a lot in the end.
not
Yeah.
really that it just they make their last ditch charge and then they're fighting a little bit, and one of our main characters, like one of the king's guard, like Tyrion's being the hand, so one of the king left because his mother didn't want him out on the front lines, so the king guard is with Tyrion, who's the hand's king, and like so they try to stab him in the back and kill him. So he ends up getting hurt, and then he's like kind of like blacking out almost, but he's just watching them like almost lose. And
Are you talking about Tyrion?
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't get stabbed in the
Is
back.
it like a
Yeah,
Saving Private
no,
Ryan where the bomb
he
goes
didn't-
off and like
He didn't literally get stabbed in the back, Kimball, but he got stabbed in the back, like his own guys tried to kill him.
That was his own guy who killed him?
Yeah, that was one of the king's guard.
It was?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think it was.
Yeah, that's who it was. Yeah, it was like a Saving Private
Oh, was
Ryan
that
type
other
thing.
guy?
Yeah. I think it's Manderly.
The one who like was beating up that girl.
Sansa?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, it wasn't the Hound, but it was
I know
the
it
other
wasn't the
guy.
how, but it was the other one.
Yeah.
All right. That's interesting now.
Yeah. No, but then there's this charge right at the end where they actually have Tywin comes in, and he's got Loras Tyrell, who is with they were with Renly for a bit. And I actually had a problem here. So they've got Loras Tyrell and they got Lancel Lannister.
Yep.
And they look way too similar to me, I think, because I couldn't tell at the end if it was Lancel or if it was Loras.
I don't know who's Loras. Who's Loras?
Loras is the Knight of Flowers who was with Renly.
Oh yeah.
He was Renly's
You know what?
lover.
They do look exactly alike.
I mean, their hair's a little different.
A little bit. They're
But-
very similar.
Yeah.
I think the Lord of Flowers is a little bit beefier of a guy.
He
Not
also
much though.
He also wears armor more often too.
Yeah. And he didn't get stabbed by an arrow.
Oh yeah. When
Yeah.
when
He got-
Lancel did.
Yeah. Cersei took him right out with that.
Oh yeah.
She like
yeah.
punched him, like he got an arrow through him, and like he's talking to the queen, like back talking. She just like belts him right in the
Yeah.
wound.
Because the
Oh,
queen
yeah.
the queen
Is the
took.
arrow still in there?
No,
Yeah.
was it?
Cool.
Well,
Was
I
it?
don't know. She pushed it into him.
Oh, it was still in.
I didn't see.
I didn't. It didn't look like it was in there
Yeah.
still.
But
Oh.
so the queen took her son away, the king, and then like everyone's starting to lose morale, and Lancel's like, "No, we got to bring the king up here. We're gonna lose if he's not out there. No one's gonna fight for the king who won't stand with them."
So who won the
The Lannisters actually won in the end. 'cause
Yeah.
defended them off?
They
Yeah.
well only because Tywin showed up.
Well, they fought them off to a degree, and then they would have lost, and then Tywin
Yeah,
showed up.
I just couldn't
Does he
believe.
show up with a bunch of people?
yeah, he
Yeah,
shows
yeah.
up with a cavalry
Huh?
and charges.
Sounds like
them
Helm's
down.
Deep to me.
It was very Helm's Deepy, except not as awesome with like Gandalf standing up there, and the light blinding.
I just
everyone.
can't believe that fuck, I forgot his name. Peter Dinklage.
What?
I can't believe he died.
He didn't die.
The midget died.
They more or less showed him dying. He's not dead.
I don't know.
Spoilers, dude. He just ruined this for me.
It didn't look like he was dying.
How do you not? He's got like this big cut through his face. They laid him down slowly.
Yeah, he's just watching around.
Yeah,
to see what
it's like the
happened,
light
and then
fading
they get-
away,
they
man.
They get rescued, man.
No, I think he's dead.
All right, you could think he's dead.
I mean, I hope he's not, but it just the way it looks to me, it looks like he died. It doesn't look.
Do you watch the previews for? Next
Yeah,
week?
they didn't show him next week.
I don't know. I thought they did. I don't know.
I didn't see him.
Yeah. All right. Game of Thrones. Yeah.
So what happens on next week's?
I don't know,
Things
man.
happen. It's the finale
Yeah, that's what
of
I'm
the
saying.
season.
Finale must be like a good one. This one sounds like it was like a.
What'd
No,
you think of
this,
the whole
This
Wire?
was kind of pretty much the finale. To
Yeah.
a degree. Like the whole season
They're
is
just kinda-
sort of building to this like battle, and then like next episode will be like the aftermath of what it all means.
I think
really.
they're gonna hit on every character just for next, because it's the end of the season.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can rest assured they'll hit
So
every character.
so next week is going to be like
It may be a little
a little
slower.
confusing. Like it's going to
No.
show every single person what they're doing before it leaves.
Did
Yeah.
did Stannis get captured by them, or did he
No.
get taken away by his own men?
He went with his own men.
You think so? So his own
Yeah.
men was pulling him away.
Yeah,
All right. So
because they would have just killed him because Stannis is a traitor, so they would have just killed him.
I know they would have just killed him, but I thought he might have
So
might
are
have gotten
they
captured.
going to get a bigger budget for next season since everyone seems to be into this show or whatever?
No, they'll get the same amount of budget. I mean, the ratings went a little higher, but I mean, it's not.
They did
like-
go up this season.
Yeah, so they improved. So, but there's also, I guess, Game of Thrones is like the highest pirated show online. Or
Oh,
something
yeah.
like that. Yeah,
Nice.
It's because they're stupid. They should just they should charge for HBO Go.
yeah, and then people could just watch it on that. But I
Yeah.
mean, I buy the Blu-rays, so they got my money on that.
'Cause, yeah, I'm not gonna go there.
What?
I don't understand why you buy the Blu-rays.
Why wouldn't I buy the Blu-ray?
Because you already seen the season.
I want to own it. I want to watch it with commentary
Are you
tracks
gonna watch it
and
again?
special features. Yeah.
Speaking of
So
commentary
often.
tracks and special features,
Dude, I've seen Lord of the Rings at least 5 different times with different commentary
I
tracks
don't think
and
I
stuff.
really.
Yeah. And
I don't think I've seen all. I
Like-
don't think I've seen the last Lord of the Rings.
I actually have a commentary track. Do you want mine?
yeah. I'd love to listen to your commentary track on Lord of the Rings.
Thanks.
Oh, this is Legolas. He's got long hair. He's kind of got a bow and arrow a lot. He shoots it quickly.
Is that how I would commentate?
Yeah,
I don't know. I
Sounded
feel
like you.
Oh, the part with Bronn when he saved the hound from the guy on fire.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
then he just looked at him, and then he just started slicing people up with his knife in the back. That was some nasty sword fighting.
Yeah, Brown was pretty cool in it.
Yeah.
Then the hound freaked out because of the fire.
Yeah.
Flashbacks.
That was pretty good.
Yeah,
is
it
the hound
was.
a guy or is it a hound?
No,
It's a
he's
guy.
he's a guy. He's
Oh, okay.
what's his name?
His face got burnt off, so he has fire of fear. No, fear of fire. Excuse
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, he was a little boy and he was
I know,
playing
I'm sorry.
he was playing with his brother's toy, and his brother just grabbed him and shoved his face in the fire like of a hearth and
That's
just shoved him in the
Kids play rough.
yeah. Yeah, so he has a deadly fear of fire.
Yeah, has a deadly,
And
ugly
he
face.
he also ran away too. He's like, I'm out of here.
Does he wear a mask or is this, do you just see his
No,
face?
you see
all
it.
fucked
No,
up?
it's just like a half. He looks like Kevin Spacey in Pay It Forward, except with long hair.
Good reference.
Good reference. Pay It Forward.
So, did you like the episode though?
Yeah, I thought it was a really good episode.
I thought it was
mean,
fantastic.
It's definitely like IGN gave it a 10 out of 10.
Oh, really?
Yep. And then I read some other reviews that were all pretty glowing. So
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was interesting the whole scene with the Queen and Sansa
yeah,
talking about what life is really like.
yeah, and it definitely
I thought the Queen was totally gonna find out who what's her name?
Shay was
Shay. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then she was interrupted. That's Tyrion's woman that he's sort of hiding right here.
But the Queen thinks it's the
Someone
Queen.
else.
Yeah, thinks it's someone else. Did you think that part was interesting though?
No, I found the Cersei stuff was a little too much. That they kept hitting home that she's drunk and she's just complaining about life. But I did like her part with her son Tommen when they were about to she was about to kill him, and then Tywin showed up. That was good, but I felt they kind of hit it home a lot with like Cersei was like, I'm drunk, I'm losing it. Where are my children? We're all gonna die. Wah. Like,
Most typical rich people.
yeah, Cersei doesn't do a good job of making you feel sorry for it to a degree.
Yeah, no. It's hard to feel sorry for her.
No, yeah. I
Mhm.
don't know why I said no there, but yeah, it's hard.
I think I love the wildfire scene though. That thing was awesome.
Really, I
didn't like it?
I like the arrows that were on fire that they were shooting. That was cool. But
Yeah.
I don't know, the wildfire thing, it was they did like the slow motion type thing where it's like, no, don't go over there. What? Bam. And then like the whole thing exploded. But I thought
I love those.
Yeah.
No,
They did
It
one of
wasn't.
those.
It wasn't even slow mo. But
It-
they didn't do it in slow motion.
Yeah, maybe I thought it was in slow motion. I don't know, it
Danny just
seemed
does
slow.
that automatically in his head.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
you
it
did.
seemed
That
like-
wasn't in
It
slow
seemed
motion.
like they slowed it down a little bit, and then
No, they
it
show
looked
like
cool.
the boat floating across, and then they realized it was leaking out, and then they shot the arrow.
Yeah, but when it blew up, it
Is he
seemed
for-
like it was slow.
I didn't think it was slow.
Seemed it was slower frames. But the one thing they did really good was they showed like the horror on everybody's face when they're just seeing like thousands of
The
ships on fire,
horror.
and
Yeah.
you just hear like people just
You
screaming
get
and
it
on
from-
fire.
You get it from the Lannister sides too. Like people
Yeah.
are like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's the people I'm talking about when
Yeah.
they're like they're the ones who actually killed all these people, and even they're surprised by like how brutal the explosion was, and there's just so many people just on fire, just screaming. And it was blue flame mixed in with like regular flame, which was cool. That they showed like the dragon fire type stuff they did. The green stuff was on fire, and then
Yeah.
they had like the actual other things that were on fire, other ships.
What'd you call it? The flame was green.
Yeah, what'd I say? I
Blue
said green.
flame.
Did I say blue?
You said blue.
Oh, I'm sorry. That
I
was
just thought it was really hot. Maybe.
no, it was green flame. I'm sorry. I was reading another book, and there's a group of like.
I want to know, like, do you
dudes
think
who
like
use blue flame.
when they showed when they did the close up scenes, like the guy who was on fire with the green flame,
Yeah.
you think it was like they actually put something in it to make it burn green, or do you think they just went back and edited it?
I think that they could have used green. They could have made it green.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I know if you put copper dust in fire, it makes it green.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they could do it. I just wondered. I just thought it was awesome.
Yeah. I don't know. They did a good job of like hiding when it was actually CGI and when it was real.
Yeah.
For the most part. There's
Except
definitely
for
certain.
when they did that big pan back when
Yeah.
that was really bad. I mean, you could totally tell that was CGI.
Yeah, it felt almost like it was painted.
Yeah, it just
Weird.
Oh, really?
yeah,
Yeah.
it was that part was
I hate
really
when that kind of stuff happens. Like,
poorly
I
done.
remember the first season of The Walking Dead when they blow up the like CDC there.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
was really
awful.
bad.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Television is like getting into telling like big grand stories, but they just don't have the budget to do like a $2 million movie type scene for like just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
20
It's like
minutes.
every once in a while it'll be like a good show, and then every once in a while it'll look like one of those cheap like sci-fi horror movies.
Yeah.
With the Croc Killer, Super Croc, or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing they can do about that.
But when they make the character so good, you can deal with it not being the best like special effects.
right.
However, I have trouble. I tried to watch Doctor Who, and it's pretty hard with the effects on that show.
Yeah, I heard. I mean, I haven't seen it. I mean, recently, but
Yeah.
I heard it's bad. So,
And that's Game of Thrones.
Yep.
Game
So,
of Thrones
Tune in next week when we talk about the
season finale.
which is gonna be
Maybe we'll have C. Anselone on.
maybe.
Maybe not.
If
though.
we're lucky.
It's gonna be tough though to wait for season 3 though.
I know. Well, Boardwalk should be coming back, right?
Yeah, and Breaking Bad starts in July, so I gotta
How many
catch up on
seasons of
that.
Breaking Bad is there?
5.
Oh. All right.
It's a lot to
Yeah,
catch up on.
You haven't even caught up on Mad Men.
I know. I actually have season 1 of Breaking Bad downstairs.
Oh, you should just get Netflix. I'm telling you, that's where.
Breaking Bad is on Netflix.
Yeah, that's why I'm telling you. Netflix,
Maybe
Mad
I'll
Men.
get maybe.
Netflix, Mad Men.
Are they? Is the new season of Mad Men on Netflix?
The current one?
Yeah.
No.
No, they don't do current things on
Yeah.
that. That's
Well,
it's
they-
always the previous
They
one.
they did that with Stars when they had the agreement with Stars. Like Camelot was on that for a bit, but they don't do that anymore.
Do you use all your Netflix subscriptions?
What do you mean?
You can put it on 5 because you have streaming, right?
I think I might be at my limit.
I don't know if we have it here or not.
I'm on it often too.
So it doesn't matter. You can have up to 5 devices though.
Yeah, but they can't be watching concurrently.
They can't.
No.
Oh. Let's be honest. If I had it, I probably wouldn't use it that often.
No, probably not. I watch Supernatural on that too.
God.
All right. And then that's Game of Thrones. All right, so Kimball caught up on Young Justice too.
Yeah.
And I watched
Jesus.
this week's episode too.
Yeah, it was good. I like Blue Beetle.
Yeah, Blue Beetle is one of the current incarnation of Blue Beetle, because there's actually Ted Kord. They mentioned him in the episode before this week's.
Oh, really?
That guy, Ted Kord.
I wasn't listening that
Oh.
close, I guess.
Oh, well, you're talking about the voice in his scare.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
talks to, and it's like, yeah, I guess Ted Kord made this, but that's not
Right.
really what
I
it
remember
is.
that now, actually.
Yeah,
So it's weird how he has this, fighting between his it feels like his inner monologue, but it's really just like his suit or whatever.
yeah, yep, yeah. And Blue Beetle's one of my favorite characters, so I love that he's like 2 episodes in a row we've had him.
Right.
And him teaming up with Superboy was pretty awesome.
Yeah,
in the
they worked
previous
out well.
episode.
That monster dude with the crystals on him,
Yeah,
he was interesting.
yeah, it was cool looking too.
Yeah.
And he wanted
What's so funny, Sandy?
This is just
the monster wanted
sounds
to kill
like a
it.
conversation
Dude.
between 2 8-year-olds.
No, the monster
Oh,
wanted.
the monster was cool. He had crystals. I like Blue Beetle. He's blue.
The monster was it wanted to kill itself because it was like stuck in its case because its encasing like holds its energy, and it was like it wanted to just kill itself so it wouldn't have to deal with being stuck in there. And then like Blue Beetle talked him down from killing himself, and then some other thing was out in the background watching them, and then it just killed the
Yeah,
monster.
who was that?
It was Sportsmaster and some other guy who's a shadowy
Sportsmaster?
figure. Yeah, Sportsmaster.
So Sportsmaster is the guy who killed the other 2 people.
Master.
Or made
Master
him-
of sports.
Made him vegetarian. Yeah. The dude,
So-
the
Oh,
guy,
the gang members
Yeah.
that they tied up?
What
Yeah.
does Sportsmaster? Does he have like football pads on? And
No,
like
he's got like a
he whips
hockey.
footballs
He's
at
got like
people.
a gray like
looks like
hockey
Jason.
mask type thing. Yeah, and he's got he does have some.
he's just the
elbow
master of.
pads and
Is he
stuff.
good at sports? How come he's not in the NFL or something?
No, he's not good at sports.
He's not good at sports.
He's got swords and stuff.
Oh, he's got swords,
I don't know.
Mostly guns.
Mostly.
guns in a children's show.
Yeah, there's tons of guns on this show.
Well, it's on Cartoon Network, so it's allowed.
They must be like laser guns though,
There are some laser guns,
and
but
that's fine.
there's
The-
also
bullets.
actual bullet guns.
Who was the dog, the wolf, that was helping out?
That's Superboy's like pet,
Oh,
almost wolf. They call him Wolf. That's his
Oh,
name.
that's creative.
yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
well, Superboy's a clone that was fast grown to 15 years old, and then he got out.
Was this the episode, or was this, I don't remember which one, but which one showed the arrow? The Green Arrow? Wasn't the Green Arrow?
Oh, that was Red Arrow?
Yeah, but
Roy
they
Harper.
had Green Arrow in it.
Yeah, Green Arrow was in it a bit, but not too much.
I love how big of a role colors play in superheroes.
Well, it's how you differentiate.
It's it reminds me of
characters.
like Mortal Kombat, like Scorpion and Sub-Zero, and then they had like in like Mortal Kombat 2, they're like
or even Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes and G.I. Joe too.
yeah. It's so stupid.
It's not stupid. It's how people like the good guy, and then they make a good character, and like, let's make the opposite of this guy.
And call him Red Hulk.
Yeah, there's always that thing in comic books where it's like exploring a certain character in a certain way, and then let's change something about this character and look at it.
And then you have
from the
Bizarro
opposite.
Superman.
Yeah, Bizarro Superman.
Oh, I heard a lot about Bizarro and Bizarro World and stuff.
Yeah.
Is there going to be some
podcast-
Bizarro in Young Justice?
Probably not. Bizarro's kind of a weird concept for them to throw in this show, especially because Superman's not in it that often. He's in it a bit, but
Bizarro
it's all
Superboy.
young heroes.
So in Bizarro World, they all be old.
Talk backwards in Bizarro. I'm trying to- No, actually, they even the words are backwards almost. It's weird.
Bizarro.
Bizarro.
Yeah, it was good,
Did you
though.
see the
It's-
Seinfeld where there was Bizarro, Jerry, and
I think
all
I
that?
don't know if I've seen it. I heard about it.
It's a
though.
good one.
I haven't seen all the Seinfelds. Are
Oh,
those
you
on
should.
Netflix?
I don't know. They must be.
I watch it. Jimbo records it downstairs, so every when I eat dinner, sometimes
It's on demand all the time, and it's on TV. It's on TBS.
Yeah, he
TBS,
records it off of TBS.
Very funny.
TBS.
I like the Ice Cube commercials now.
TBS, very funny.
You see, he does the Coors Light commercials too, and it's like, which is colder, Ice Cube or Coors Light? I'm gonna say Coors Light because Ice Cube, you do family comedies on TBS, so you'd really not like
Straight out of Compton.
Yeah, whatever happened to that guy?
Yeah.
Well, he went where the paycheck was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and then another. I don't think we talked about this, but you saw the Young Justice episode where like they fought Aqualad and stuff.
Yeah.
And the Krillitanes.
Yeah.
And there was a huge nuclear explosion that went off.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was some really awesome animation
from the alien bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was neat.
Yeah, because then the ship was like escaping the thing as it was blowing up, and the impact was going further back. Yeah. It was wicked awesome, like design, like animated on that one, and then it had like all the characters working with their mentors to a degree, like they were teaming up.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It's not a bad series.
Yeah, it's definitely it and it examines a lot of.
That is yet to be seen.
You haven't even watched it, man.
That has yet to be seen.
But on the recent episode, I also like that we had that Jaime Reyes storyline with where he was tracking down his friend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then we had
one of his friends taken in those capsules.
Which capsules?
Remember how the red capsules?
Yeah.
Was his friend in one of those?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I was sleepy.
What were you doing?
I was sleeping.
Oh.
But I also like the team up of it was Miss Martian.
Yeah,
and,
I like Miss Martian. She's
Wonder
cool.
Girl. Yeah, especially when she's like getting information from people and ends up killing them, pretty much making them brain damaged.
Yeah,
that was
I think
pretty
when her father was doing the interrogation.
Did she get to you, Danny?
Well, it's her uncle.
Her uncle.
Yeah.
Sorry, when her uncle was doing the interrogation. What's the alien race?
Krillitanes.
Yeah, the Krillitanes. And
they're almost like the little things in Men in Black, almost like
drinking the coffee.
Yeah, they remind me of that.
So it would be awesome series if there were those guys.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Men in Black animated series?
I have seen that actually.
Have you ever seen Men in Black 3?
I haven't.
I haven't either.
I was supposed to see it this weekend, but shouldn't happen.
You think they have a Lux drink?
Not for that, probably.
Yeah, that's a gooey drink for that.
Like a Slimer.
Yeah, it's like it's Ecto Cooler.
Ecto Cooler.
Ectoplasm.
That's all.
All right. So yeah, you're talking about
when
the Krillitanes.
Yeah, he was like, all right, he's been in there for 4 hours. She just walks in the room, does his mind trick. He's in like a vegetative state now, and the uncle just looks up at her like, "What the hell?
What are you doing?
What the hell?
Over here interrogating this guy normal, and you're killing this guy."
So are these people just fucked up forever then? Like they don't come out of
it seems like that.
State?
We haven't really seen what happens.
They don't
being that it's a children's show. When they do it, is it? Do they do it in like a comical way? That
No, the guy's like drooling afterwards.
They're like, yeah, they drool. That's it.
Yeah,
that sounds like a comical thing.
like he does
it's
something
not
like
that comical. It's pretty intense. Actually.
It kind of is. Yeah,
it's creepy actually.
Like he does something like weird with his face, and then he just like starts drooling, and she's saying like what she just read. But they really glazed over like how dramatic it was and stuff. Like she just more or less killed him. They don't go into that.
Yeah, and like
they should do a spin-off about what happens to this poor
Krillitane. Crayola.
There's also the other episode they're dealing with Roy Harper, who's like in the comics he ends up doing like heroin and stuff, so that's why he's all beat up. And this one they're just like, you're running around ragged, you look all ragged and stuff, and they don't say he's doing drugs, but they like hint at he's probably on drugs.
Who was that?
That's Red Arrow.
All right. Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Why are your eyes so glazed?
And then
over?
His wife shows up. Is like, you're not looking after your kid here. Look after your kid.
I
what
know.
are you doing?
That was at the end of the episode. Though. It was touching.
Deadbeat dead.
Yeah. Well,
is that the name of the superhero?
No, it's Red Arrow. He actually found out he's a clone too, so he's looking for his.
This show's dumb.
How come there's so many clones?
Because there's a lot of science going on. It's comic books, clones.
By the way, I'm a clone too.
Actually, yeah, you found out that Guardian, the guy who's supposed to be Guardian, he's actually a clone too.
Who's Guardian?
Dumb.
He's the other guy who showed up who looked kind of like Roy, except he had shorter hair.
Oh, he looked normal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. No, but clones are an interesting thing because they get you to explore the nature of the character, like what the nature of self, you know? Is it nature versus nurture? Or are you born?
And then they're all Cylons.
And then they're all Cylons. Yeah, sure. And they can have kids.
Have kids.
Robots. I don't know how they do it.
So Max Payne 3.
Max Payne 3. We're going to take Max Payne out of the gritty New York or New Jersey, wherever the fuck he was.
It was New Jersey.
I thought it was Brooklyn.
No,
I think it was New Jersey.
They said New Jersey on the
Jersey.
And we're out of that noir style thing, and now we're down in San Pablo or something
It's
like
still
that.
San Paulo,
San
Brazil?
Paulo, yeah,
Brazil.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, Portuguese speaking people. Then,
Yep,
right?
yep, and there's a lot of if you understand Portuguese, you probably get a little more of the game than some people, but 'cause there is a lot of Portuguese getting thrown around. And he's down there, he's moved on, he's trying to move on a little bit from his past, but it's really tough for him. He's still drinking a lot of straight up alcohol, he doesn't mix his drinks, taking white pills. Little painkillers here.
Is there a lot of drugged out sequences in this?
The thing is, I gotta tell you, and this kind of bothered me to a degree, but I've adapted to it.
Yeah.
Is the way they do the cutscenes, and there is a lot of cutscenes. So if you do not like cinematics, and maybe this isn't for you.
Oh, you don't like the frame shutter and the
It does a lot of shuddering and like
when
you watch like a porno on
it grays out.
Like on
you're not subscribed to the porn
Yeah,
channel,
yeah,
but you
yeah.
watch
It's all
it through the
fuzzy
fuzz
and,
anyways.
it does that.
Stop looking at us like you've never done this before.
What do you mean? Like it's
It's
fuzzy?
No, it's like
Not fuzzy.
it's static. They show a lot of static in it and
Yeah,
stuff.
there is some fuzz, and then like
the color grays
the
out
color
and stuff.
changes. Yeah, like the contrast changes, and the color gets a little funky.
Okay.
It does that a lot.
It does that every cutscene, and then
every
like
cutscene,
some in bold words he says pop up on the screen.
He's like, they were in the car, and like in the car will appear on the screen.
Kind of like a comic book.
Yeah, it is. It is almost comic-y, and it does do like little screen shifts, like pictures in pictures, style thing.
Well, the old cutscenes in the other
Like
Max,
the Ang Lee Hulk.
Yeah.
Well, in the other Max Paynes, it was like straight up comic book strips for the cutscenes.
I think it was, yeah, if I recall.
Actually, I didn't really play the other Max.
I played one of them at work on the PlayStation.
But the gameplay's fun. I enjoy the gameplay. The bullet
not
time.
bad.
The action is pretty fun.
So is it a lot of just like shooting, building up your bullet time, and then letting loose with bullet time? Is that Is that like the way to do it?
Well, I have it set right now to on normal difficulty. Depending on what difficulty is how much bullet time and how much health you have, and there also is varying degrees of auto aim, which I have shut off completely.
Dude, it's a console game. You gotta use the auto aim.
I have mine on soft lock, which is like the default one.
Oh, so if you're
close
in the
to
general area,
yeah.
but they have a hard one, I guess, that probably fucking locks.
Well,
you
see,
right
the
on.
soft lock, I don't mind if I'm zoomed in on the trigger. And if you're looking down the sights, it won't soft lock onto him. It only does it when I let go and release, and it brings it over. That's the only time it does it.
So have you played hard lock at all?
No,
I haven't.
Can you change that while playing?
Probably if you go into options. I haven't looked.
I haven't looked either.
Did you? It is cool. If I found out when I was talking to Danny on the phone the other day, when you pause the game, you can actually rotate the camera around and like look around. So if you're in a cool firefight, which the firefights can get pretty cool looking. Like I was recently in an office and like you're shooting and glass is flying, papers are flying everywhere, and
can you like slide across the desks and stuff, or
not really. You can dive.
You just do the dive roll thing.
You
how
got
do
the
you dive? Like I haven't dived at all.
You
Like,
haven't dived at all? They tell you right in the beginning how to do it. It's
I
like
don't remember. I did
for me. It's L1, but I don't know what. So maybe left
it's
bumper.
the bumper. Yeah, I never dive. I usually stay in cover, pop off a few until I get it, and then once I get it, I just walk out shooting.
in bullet time.
You just do like the almost like a Western style, just two guns blazing. Just
Sometimes I use two. A lot of times I don't like. Do you do wield a lot?
I do sometimes when I'm having trouble. I die a lot actually.
Yeah, I die a lot too.
Now what does dual wielding like? I know it would go through your ammo faster, but why not dual wield all the time?
That's the thing. I don't think it changes how much ammo you use. Do you think?
Oh, it does. You burn through ammo a lot faster.
The only thing I didn't like about the dual wielding, I don't know if you noticed this, but like if you're in cover with dual wielding, one gun is just shooting straight up into the air when you go to fire, which is gay.
I didn't notice that.
You didn't notice that? Like I was hiding behind the wall, and I had one gun peeking out behind it, and the other gun's like right here, up pointing up to the air, like because just shot in the air. I'm like, that's fucking gay.
So it's just one button. If you have got two guns,
it doesn't. It doesn't go to both triggers, which it should. It should.
I like when they do that with both triggers.
Yeah.
So what's the other trigger doing then?
It brings you down to the iron sights.
Yeah, there's your top.
Oh really? Wow, that's very like.
It doesn't like it's not way in.
Dive and slow mo, like bullet time, whatever. But yeah, so.
Do you bullet time a lot?
Yeah, all the time. You have to at some parts, especially with me where I have no auto aim. I have to take extra time to like aim sometimes.
I see, because I buy more or less because I'm always looking down the iron sights, so I don't get the soft lock that often.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do use it if I'm like dying in cover. I pop up a lot then, but I forget where I was gonna go. Oh, when you're in bullet time, when you're shooting the guys, like you pump like a few rounds into him, then you go to the next guy, and after bullet time rails out, that guy's still alive.
Do you
get that a lot? I get that all the fucking time.
It is tricky. You have to like make sure these guys
really
are dead.
You gotta pump some fucking lead into them.
So there's no
they'll fall over and they'll be like rolling on the ground,
and then they get back up
and like pick up their
and
gun
then you fucking die.
So there's no like if you're using the lock thing, there's no like I'm locked onto this guy, he's dead. It goes off him.
I don't mind.
Lock on
no,
anymore.
mine.
I don't have the lock,
so I don't.
That's one thing I actually liked about like Just Cause is that it did all lock on, but once you killed a guy, it would just lock on to the
I
next
like that
guy.
though. I like that you never know that they're fully dead unless you pop them in the head. And I gotta say the bullet effects on the people look fucking gruesome.
Did you?
Like, they're really
so
nice.
when the last boss first scene, it goes into like it just shows the bullet camera flying at him.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Did you do this? When you can hold down like the A button, which
it slows it down
even more. But you can continue to shoot them, but it doesn't. You don't lose those bullets.
Oh, I didn't even know you.
Yeah, so it's like not against you not to do that. Like if you start off like you shoot that bullet camera, so you're at 30, you can pump them full. Like if you got a semi-automatic, an automatic gun, you can just fucking waste ammo.
How do you know you're shooting though? Like so what? You're like
you see
going like that. You're following the bullet, right?
Yeah, you see the initial hit, and then you just watching the guy fall down. But if you stay on the shoot,
you just hold down the trigger, and
he just keeps getting loaded up. But you
so
don't.
It's kind of like what is that in
Training Day? Like
Scarface. In Scarface, when he gets shot, he's just like
that's what it's fucking gory, dude.
Yeah. It is like the bullets going through. Like you can get them like through the eye.
You can see like through his head then and stuff
right
too.
The other side.
So does it ever do like the thing where it goes like through the head? You see it through the head?
No. It's not that close. But you see like then if you let go of A, you see him like falling down. You just see blood pouring out of all the wounds.
Yeah, sometimes
this is not for Sandy's kid.
No, I wouldn't. But there's also nudity in it.
I haven't hit that.
I've seen some topless
any Mona Saxon in it at all, right? Isn't she a big character in the series?
Yeah, she's not in it. But yeah, basically he's doing bodyguard work now. So he's defending this family, and this gang is after this
Whitney
family.
Houston in it?
No, she's dead.
Another movie reference.
That was a bad one though.
But yeah, so some organization is after the family, and they're just picking off all these members.
So you're basically in the middle of a gang war almost.
Yeah, kind of. So it's a lot
drug war maybe.
Yeah, it's much different feel from other Max Paynes. So
how often do you find painkillers just randomly?
You can find them. Do
you go?
I'm not like plentiful on them, but like if you do a little look around, you can.
Do you go looking for them?
I do if I need them. I like to have them because I get really fucked up in a lot of these firefights.
Yeah. The nice thing though about what I have to say though, say you're going into like you finish a scene, you go into the next scene, like say you're nearly dead.
Yep.
So you go in there, you pretty much instantly die. You don't come back with that same amount of health. They give you full health again.
Is that just on your difficulty, or is that
we're both on normal?
Oh, you're both on
And
normal.
if you're in a firefight and you forget to take your painkiller and you die and you have them, you go into a last stand where, as long as you shoot the guy who shot you,
last.
So what's a painkiller? Is that just
it's health?
Yeah, it brings you back your health. That I really like because I always forget to take it.
Yeah,
and that saved me a few times.
yeah, it's definitely useful.
It's very useful.
How do they show health in this? Is there a bar or is there?
It's like a picture. It's like a picture of your little guy on the side,
and it builds up red as you die. When the
next to that guy.
I believe that's the same as all the other Max Paynes.
Those are kind of fun.
And next to him is your bullet time scale too.
No,
so,
meter scale.
Yeah, it's pretty small though.
Yeah.
So I guess I heard this on a different podcast. Like if you fill him up almost to the tippy top just before you're about to die, while you're walking, it'll bring his health back down to his neck, so you get just a scotch more. But that's as far as it'll cover by itself.
Also, they have two-handed weapons. It's kind of cool. Like I like when you can't dual wield when you have a two-handed weapon.
Like the shotgun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to drop it to dual wield.
Yeah.
But you can
You can dual wield shotguns, just bam.
You can hold the shotgun in one hand, like,
it's
at
cool.
your side, and like shoot a pistol. It's just kind of cool.
It gives it more realism because typical games like the gun just disappears on your back.
Yeah. This one you just like
he's always carrying it. Yeah.
Yeah, he always has it by his side. It's
and
cool.
So it probably animates pretty well this game. Right?
Well, also when he goes in the cutscene, say you went into that cutscene dual wielding, he'll put down that one gun so he can point whatever he has to do during the cutscene and pick it back up. And it was the gun that you were using.
Yeah, the gun you were using is in the cutscene, which is always nice.
If you switch the shotgun or whatever, so he'll go into that cutscene with the shotgun. Do you like the shotgun? I'm not a big fan.
It's all right if I'm in close quarters, I guess. But
that's the only thing. Like the only night, if you got to shoot fire, it sucks. Like totally sucks.
So is there snipers at all in this game? Or?
I haven't.
There is a sniping part where you're defending this guy. No, this is another part where
he's further ahead than me.
Where you're it's like a stadium and you have to defend this guy running through the stadium. But it's not a gun you get often. I think it's more of like a linear
special stage.
Yeah, like
thing.
A linear.
Like what are those on rails type situations?
Yeah, exactly.
Which most of this game sniper video game.
Most of this game is.
Did you have a
fairly linear? Like you know where you're going the whole time. I mean, you can journey off a little. There is secrets. Are you collecting the golden gun parts?
I got one part.
Yeah, in every level there's like multiple hidden areas and clues that you can.
I've found a few clues.
That
will
show up later in the game.
See, the thing, like, I got bit in the ass, like, twice is because, like, your time to get to the next scene. So I'm, like, looking around for shit, and it's like, you failed the mission because you weren't there.
Really?
You timed?
There's a time
limit.
Like,
I've never been.
There was, like, two times I failed because, like, when that guy was in the van, you had to get there right away at the very beginning when you're in the garage.
Oh.
You don't remember? You remember that?
No.
Right, and then there's another part in the nightclub when the girls are getting dragged to the roof.
Oh, okay, yeah. Some of them is because like the girl's being chased. So
yeah, that's a sensitive mission,
right? But they still let you stop it and look at clues and stuff, which I don't know. Like you can't can't go back because it's on like.
Yeah, I don't know. You just gotta be quick.
Yeah,
but all right, yeah. So I mean, that's.
We'll talk some multiplayer next week.
Is the story interesting so far?
The story is it's all right. It's not the best story.
Yeah, it's not the best story.
It's it's you get some of this and you get some of like the flashbacks. So you do play in New Jersey a little bit, with explaining how he got out to Brazil. And
he does look badass bald though, doesn't he?
He does. He
looks like Michael Chiklis in The Shield, maybe.
No, he reminds me of Michael Madsen, kind of like,
but a bald Michael Madsen.
Yeah, well, before he shaves his head, he reminds me of Michael Madsen, and then when he shaves his head, I don't know. I just got to the shaved head part, so
I'm probably not even that close to that.
No, you're pretty far off. I thought it would be more in the beginning, but like now it's like I'm just got to this part where I'm just walking the streets of Brazil and like gangsters are everywhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, I looked on.
I'm not in like my suit anymore, my fancy bodyguard clothes. I'm just kind of like some.
You're in a wife beater.
Yeah, I got like mugged on the street and like
I've seen these
people
parts.
are fucking me up.
But they had I heard like I'm in Act 3, but there's like 3 chapters. So you must be in Chapter 2 somewhere. I guess it's fairly long from what I heard.
I think I'm much further than Chapter 2 actually. I'm like
really?
Chapter 4 maybe at least.
No, well, I don't know. From what I saw online, there's only 3 chapters. But
really?
Could be wrong.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I am in Chapter 2. I thought the chapters
There's different. There's
quickly.
chapters and then there's acts.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking acts.
Yeah.
But,
I don't know how many acts are in each chapter, but they said there's only 3 chapters. But it could be wrong.
Do you want to talk some multiplayer? Because I played quite a bit the other night.
Yeah, I'll probably check it. I'll try checking it out this week so we can talk about it next week.
Next week.
Yeah. Is it good though? Do you like it?
I like it actually. I enjoy it. It's
Is there a lot of people playing?
Not there's a few people playing. I mean, I don't know. I didn't have any trouble getting in a game.
So. All right, we'll save it for next week.
But is there any games where it's just you and one other guy?
No, I never had anything like that.
No. Nothing like that. So I think that's gonna bring us to the end.
Okay.
Yep. So thanks for listening.
And do all that
Attic
stuff
Podcast.
we say at the end of every episode.
All right. So what you can do is you can follow us on Twitter at Attic Podcast. You can like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Attic Podcast. And then if you want, you can email us at atticpodcast@yahoo.com and leave us some emails and let us know what you're thinking about Max Payne, Game of Thrones, anything you want to talk about. If you want to hear more comic talk, let us know about that because that's not going to happen unless you let us know. And also, if you really want, you can like us on Facebook. Yeah, I already said that. You can review us on iTunes. So that actually review us on iTunes. That will help us get the word out about us on iTunes. Also, tell your
he got
friends.
serious on
that's
that
not
one.
a joke.
iTunes is really important. That's where everybody goes to find podcasts. So it'd be really help us. Even if you know somebody, just tell them to review us. They don't have to listen to us. Just review us on iTunes. That's all we ask for.
Yeah, we want to be on that front page someday.
Someday.
Never will happen. You can also
Big
check us out
dreams.
on YouTube/Attic Podcast.
I knew I was forgetting one thing.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
problem.
too bad.
I got you back.
Word.
All right, we're out.